Hello, Virgo. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Virgo, how are you? Thanks so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. Look, we've got a couple of new oracle decks. Well, not new, but different oracle decks that we're going to be using for the overall energy for the week ahead. Virgo, if you've never been here, that's how I read. I always read for the week ahead, which means that if you dig into the archives, you may find something that resonates now. Because whenever you view the video, it's going to be for the week ahead, whether it's today, tomorrow, or next year. Virgo, thank you for showing up again. If you are the ride or die and you're always here, if you've subscribed and you're clicking and viewing, I appreciate you so much. And if you are a person who is brand new, there is a subscription button down in the bottom right hand corner if you intend on staying. I hope that you will stay. All right, so after I put down the oracles, we are going to get some details with tarot. Let's find out what's going on in the week ahead. First deck I'm using is Voice of the Souls Oracle. Let's get a few of these down here, find out what's going down. Tell me about Virgo, please, for the week ahead. Sun and rising, Venus and Jupiter. So we've got source, anger, regrets, and fears. What is going down here? Okay, so we've got card number 31, source. I feel like it feels like right away you're going to get an answer about something here. It feels like with card 31, there's something here that source is going to give you stability in something. And it could be, the source could be your source. So I'm talking about your deity, whether it's God or Allah or whoever it is that you pray to, and the creator possibly. But we have a source here. We could be meaning that source, or it could be a source of information. So something that's coming in is going to be a source of information for you, and it's going to give you some sort of stability, because I feel like you've been living in some sort of anger, regret, and fears about something here. We have card number 9. I want to say that your anger has dissipated over time. We have card number 9. 9 is the number of the Hermit energy in the tarot, and that is Virgo energy. So I feel like you've had time to look something over, think about something. Possibly you're not as angry about it as you were in the past. It does feel like somebody really hurt you. We do see here that there is a hand with a knife through it here. So it feels like whatever somebody said or did really hurt you, pierced you, cut you possibly. And I feel like, though, after going over, I think some time has passed, I'm going to say. Maybe it's 9 months, 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 years. I don't know what it is. It feels like you're at the end of a cycle is what I'm trying to get at. It feels like you're about to put down some sort of anger that you've been feeling about something, a situation or a person possibly. And I feel like that anger is about to turn into regrets. It feels like it's like stages of grief is what it feels like. And so although I don't feel anyone has died, I feel like there is a situation here that really, really hurt you. And I feel like you had to go through the stages of grief. So it feels like the regrets here, card number 23 is a 5, and 5s are about lack. And it does feel like with the eye here, the all-seeing eye, that maybe you're seeing something now that you didn't see before. And I'm not saying that you need to let somebody off the hook, Virgo. That's not what I'm saying. And you might be coming down to the details and saying, nope, you're wrong. The line is right here and they cross the line. And that could very well be it for some of you as well. But I feel like for some of you, anger is turning into regrets. Like maybe I was too hard on that person, or maybe I really stuck it to them just a little bit because I felt like they stuck it to me. It says here that we've got fears here, and I think the fear is probably letting this person back in is what it feels like. Yes, the mirror effect. Right now, the mirror effect is you, understand. We have card number 13. It's transformational. So I want to say that you mirror people and they also mirror you. So the fear could be, if I let somebody back into my life who hurt me before, that maybe it might happen again. Maybe they've not yet figured out what they're supposed to figure out to know that this thing should be resolved. And what if they come back and I start mirroring their energy? What if they take me out of my kindness, out of my place? I feel like that's sort of part of the problem here, that you do have regrets, but also the fears. If I let this person back in, am I going to be letting something back in that I don't really want in my life anymore? Tell me about source, please. What is this? Tell me about source. This deck is called the Dream Ritual. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Dream Ritual Oracle cards. And so that's what I'm using today with these. We've got gratitude. Okay, so gratitude for the information that you're about to receive. I feel like you're about to receive some sort of information, as I said at the beginning, that is going to give you some stability. And I think you're going to be glad that you're hearing that someone is growing, and it's almost like they learned from the situation by hurting you. It feels like they've grown since then. I want to say, I'm looking at a tree. There's houses here. There's a pentacle in the background. I want to say that your source of information is giving you this energy of gratitude, that even though they did hurt you, that possibly you're the one that grew. Maybe you grew and you, I'm going to say that it changed you, but that you'll never let anyone do that to you again. It's a lesson that you learned. And I'm not saying you deserve the lesson at all. That's not what I'm saying. It was probably terrible and horrible and awful. But I feel like it was a lesson learned, and I feel like you grew from it. And I feel like you, in order to grow from it, you had to put yourself in this energy of gratitude. Yeah, we've got reflect. Look at this. It looks like you're reflecting on some sort of anger that you had. But I feel like because we're in the nines, we are in hermit energy, which is your energy. We're also in this energy of letting it go. We're just about ready to drop. Everything goes in cycles of tens, right? So I feel like you're ready to drop this anger here. You're going to stop being angry about the situation, because it's like drinking poison and expecting it to hurt the other person. The other person's probably carrying on with life and they don't even know that they hurt you. Or if they do know that they hurt you, maybe it doesn't bother them as much as it bothers you. Tell me about regrets. Regrets, we got prepare. So I feel like somebody is moving through these stages of grief. And you go from this place of being really angry to reflecting on it. And then maybe you have a little bit of regret. Maybe I could have handled that differently. Maybe I could have handled it a different type of way. We've got fears. It is card number 20. 20 in the tarot is judgment. So I feel as though you should prepare for some sort of regrets or feeling in lack, that maybe things could have gone a different way, or maybe we've stopped talking for long enough. Maybe I'm supposed to let this person back in, so at least we can, I'm not saying you have to let them back into your life, but maybe they just want to apologize. It feels like there's a turning point here, or something that is, someone is scared they're going to be judged. There is fears here. Scared I'm going to be judged if I come back to tell you sorry. It could be that. We do have ego. So I feel like they feel like they're going to be faced with ego, or maybe they haven't gotten over their ego yet, or they fear that possibly they could have a mirror effect, and maybe that we will be reflecting off each other in our egos, which will make us fight again, argue and fight. Let's take a look at tarot. Excuse me. Tell me about Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Virgo, there is a sale on right now, 10% off. And if you're interested in that, please look at the pinned comment below. There is a coupon code there if you're interested in having a private reading. The sale's only on until the 15th, but I do reserve the right to pull it at any time. Look, I've just got an amount of spaces that I'm going to be using because it is taxing on my energy when I get a lot all at once. So get in while you can. Tell me about Virgo. We've got the Hermit energy. Look, we were just talking on about the Hermit, right? Card number 9, which is right here. So I feel like you, it feels like this energy of source and gratitude, it does feel like you have grown. I feel like after whatever went down, the way it went down, I feel like you immediately went into this Hermit energy where you started looking over yourself. I think it's the self-audit you went through. And I'm not saying that you were in the wrong or they were in the wrong. In fact, I don't really care who was wrong, to be honest. But I feel like you start doing what you always do, which is being really hard on yourself. You start doing the self-audit thing. But I feel like the conclusion you come to is that source is telling you that, look, you grew from this lesson here. Tell me about reflect and anger. Reflecting on how hurt you were, how angry you were about the situation. We got card number 9 and card number 9. I feel like it could have been a family blowout here. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. It could have been an argument or a fight with someone who is or was your spouse. It could be somebody who's in the family. We do have the legacy energy. It could be a child. We have a child on a swing. So it does feel like, I want to say like, maybe we're going to make up. There's 2 people here that look like they're pretty comfy cozy here. And so it does feel like somebody has had some time to reflect on on what has gone on in the past. We'll come back and we'll clarify. And then we have the seven of Wands. So it says here to prepare to have regrets. I feel like the Seven of Wands is telling me that you're going to take the higher ground, but you're still going to keep your boundaries up. I don't feel like you're going to let this person back into your life, to be honest. I don't know what went down. It'll be different for all of you, but I feel like you've had enough. And I feel like Virgo is one of those signs that just, when I'm done, I'm done. Like, I just am always going to give you the side eye for forevermore, like until the ends of eternity, right? I don't think you're necessarily holding a grudge, because that wouldn't be good for you. Look, if it's a grudge you're holding, you need to dispel that and get rid of it. You need to reflect on it and get rid of the anger, because that is going to make you sick. You think it's anger that you're holding against them, but it's going to make you sick, Virgo. So I feel like you are, with the Seven of Wands, preparing for the worst. It feels like you have some sort of psychic notion or thought, feeling like somebody is trying to get back to you. It could be a message you're getting from Source that somebody is trying to come back, maybe to give you gratitude, to tell you, look, you did teach me a lesson. Thanks for that. But I feel like your fear is that you're just going to get back into it with them. You guys are just going to get back to arguing. Tell me what you figured out in Hermit energy here, because it looks like through gratitude, you did grow. You found your light here, and I feel like you released something, because the full moon is here. It feels like you did release something. Look, if I'm talking about you and you haven't released it yet, in a couple of days, and what date are we today? We are the 11th. So tomorrow actually is the full moon. You might even be feeling the effects of that already. Tell me about the Hermit, please. What do we need to know about the Hermit? We've got, it's a moon in Leo, by the way. We've got the Five of Swords. Yep, there it is. We've got the Devil. Oh boy. And we've got the Knight of Cups. So it could be an argument with somebody that you have deep feelings for. They could be romantic or platonic. The King of Cups is here. And so I feel like you need to be careful where you step, I want to say. And I don't think it's careful where you step because you're scared of pissing someone off, because I don't think Virgo's ever really terrified of that. I feel like it's, you could easily fall back into something with this person. Now, if it is a romantic connection, it would be way easier than if it's a platonic connection, right? But the thing I don't like is the Devil is right next door. It almost feels like you go into this Hermit energy, you audit the self, you grow, you have gratitude for the growth, for the lesson, but it feels like somebody might be wanting to come back. It feels like they want to come back to talk about this, or at least resolve it. But the Devil energy is here with the Five of Swords. And that tells me that there is some hard stuff that you're going to have to deal with yet. If you, when this person comes back, whether you decide to let them back into your life or not is up to you. But the Hermit energy tells me that you have grown. Like, I want to say you have grown. And so I feel like there's still, with the Five of Swords here, I don't think that anything's been resolved. The Five of Swords is in the upright, which means we still have the fundamental differences. And we end up going round and round and round we go with the Devil energy here. We keep doing the loop. It's obsessive. We keep doing the loop, and it's like, I know that we're in love, or I know that we have love for each other, but it feels like somebody here is feeling like, I don't know that we're ever going to be able to resolve this. I don't know that we can ever go back to the place that we were before, is what it looks like. Tell me about reflecting on anger, about this Ten of Pentacles. Now, it could be an argument about money or home or things of material value that are in the Pentacle world. It could be that as well. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. Why is this here? Could be a long-term relationship that you're reflecting on. Anger that somebody hurt you in that relationship. We've got the Three of Wands. We've got the Two of Swords. Something here is blocking you from moving forward. I feel like you're waiting for someone to say sorry, or waiting for someone to see what they've done. But look, this person has their eyes covered. Somebody's missing the point. Somebody's missing what this whole lesson was about, right? And I feel like it's reflection that's required here in order to drop the burdens. We do have the Four of Wands. Again, it's telling me that maybe we lived together, we lived in the same house, we reside in the same family, I'm related to you, you're my spouse, we live together, maybe we were married. It's giving me that sort of energy. The Three of Wands is telling me that you're waiting for something to happen that probably won't happen, because the Two of Swords is here. Somebody can't make the decision. They are blocked, or you've blocked them, or they've blocked you. Maybe you guys have blocked each other on social media, and that's the only way that you guys used to talk. So if that's the case, then this thing is never going to resolve itself. You're still going to be stuck in the anger. I'm just going to say you need to find a way to reflect and get out of that. because that's going to cause you physical and emotional and mental anguish. That's going to manifest itself. If you're carrying this anger for somebody here, it's going to manifest itself as sickness within you. So I feel like you just need to at least find a way to reflect on it, learn the lesson from it, and let it go. But I feel like somebody here still doesn't get it, Virgo. I'm just going to say they still don't understand why you're mad. No. Tell me about the Seven of Wands and prepare for regret here. Tell me why we're preparing for regret if we keep the boundaries up. We've got the Two of Cups. So it does feel like it is two people who love each other. We've got Temperance. And we got the Queen of Cups. I feel like the regret is going to be that if we don't take the steps that we need to prepare to heal this, because Temperance is here, to get balance, to look at the situation and say, is it something that we can fix? And if we can fix it, can we heal it? Look, by healing things, it doesn't mean you have to invite that person back into your life. That's not what it means at all. It just means that you're taking, you're forgiving yourself for maybe something you said or did, or you're finally forgiving them for something they said or did. Either way, forgiveness is involved. And then that doing this because the weight gets lifted off, right? So I feel like that there is somebody here that you do want to heal something with, but I feel like there's no love lost here. Like there's love lost here. I feel like you've given up. She's pouring out the cup, right? Hip deep in emotions here. And it feels like she's pouring out the cup. She's like, you know what? Maybe you just go back into the pool where everyone else lives, and maybe you're not one of the people I call my friends anymore. Maybe you're just slipped into acquaintanceville. Maybe you're just now my acquaintance, and you're no longer my friend. But it does feel like there is a little bit of regret here. So I want to say that if you're the person who has decided that you never want to see this person again, and you don't want to fix it, prepare to live in some regret. Because I feel like this is not over, and not over for you. It's still going to live within you. It's going to live within you as angst, as anger, as regret. It's still going to live within you. So if you can find it in your heart to forgive someone who really hurt you, like, there's a knife I said through the hand there, somebody who really hurt you, if you can find it, find a way to heal the self. Even if you don't say sorry, or even if they don't say sorry, to find a way to release it or prepare to live in regret. Is all we're looking at here. We've got the Strength card. Yeah, asking you to have courage here. Courage to release it. Courage, the Ten of Swords. Look, I'm not saying that this person wasn't terrible and awful. I don't think you deserved it. I feel like there was betrayal here. I feel like someone said something that really hurt you. And I think that you can't stop thinking about it. I feel like for some of you, if this is your reading, I feel like you're thinking about it obsessively. But this advice here at the bottom of the deck for the future, which is after the week ahead that I'm reading for, so into the end of the month here, is that you need to find the courage to release it. Ten of Swords is also about a release. It's not just about, a painful ending. It's also, when we get to the tens, we can release then. We no longer have to live in this energy, because next comes the Ace of Swords. And that's where we get the clarity and the honesty and the truth from. And look, we got the Four of Swords, and that is healing here. I want to say that the Page of Swords is telling me that after the healing is when you realize the lesson. And the lesson, I feel, is that you need to release it. Release it, whether it's silently, whether it's to the other person. I feel like you have a fear that if you let them back into your life, they're just going to carry on with the same old shenanigans. Because I feel like the other person maybe is someone who's in their ego, but it could be you, Virgo, as well. Somebody I feel is still in their ego and is not willing to say sorry. And I feel like if they get back into your life, it's a mirror effect. I feel like you two just end up arguing with each other again. All right. I'm just going to leave that there. Thank you, Virgo, for being here. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back. And I'm always back, right? See you guys soon. Bye-bye.